Should I go first, Bob?
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm glad you asked that question because that's something that's very close to me. I think that the reason why a person of my age, people of my age that went through all this years ago, getting beat up, getting locked up, and being called names for no reason at all. One of them is very offensive to me, and I find it out to a lot of my older gay male friends too, is the word queer. Because when I was beat up, the first thing that they would do to you when the cops got you is they would grab you, throw you against a car or whatever, hit you, and the word would always be queer. And it sticks to you. And I'm sure a lot of you, things have happened to you in your lives that you don't want to remember it, and it's hurtful if it's used. And I'm not saying that it hurts me. It's just that if people like us don't accept that name, it's not that we're putting you down. We're not. You're a different world. But I want to say that when the word is used to us, it's very offensive to us because we were hurt with that word. We were, abused because of that word. And we were young. We didn't know what they were hitting us for. And like I said before, it's not that I'm against it. It's just, it's very hard for me to accept, as a lot of my older male friends too, you know.
Yeah, I'll just add to what David has said, is that, again, our generation find that label derogatory to me, especially to me as a person. Now, I also understand the younger generation. They look at that word, the word queer, and they want to own it, and that's fine. But they also have to remember the history of where that came from. It's like calling someone the N-word, even though the younger generation in the black community sometimes uses that themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look back at the older generation, it can be hurtful. It could be bringing back memories that are very painful. So, for the younger generation, I applaud you for maybe taking the stance and trying to own something that was very negative to us. But also remember that to use it lightly when you're around people like us, because, again, I totally get it. And I accept the fact that you want to use that label, but you have to think of the consequences that we faced because of that word.